What's the other thing you're always telling me?
Don't take it out until I scream.
Nick was known for his cold, no-nonsense vibe in Parks and Rec, but there was this one moment where he absolutely nailed it. While Aziz kept inching closer and getting way too intimate, Nick somehow held it together just long enough to land the perfect cut.
We do it again just like that 3 more times?
Pratt never needed much of an opening, but when Amy asked the whole group to get into character as seniors, he somehow turned a totally serious campaign setup into his own personal comedy hour, and his improvised lines did not disappoint.
When I sit down to do my dirty business, my gonads hangle in the water.
Angle?
Me. Sorry about that.
Almost all of Parks and Rec's jokes had that edgy twist, and they never missed a chance to sneak in something inappropriate. So when Heidi Klum made a guest appearance, even she jumped right in with her own cheeky humor.
Lily, what a beautiful name.
Thank you.
You're from Denmark?
I am. I'm from Slutsville.
Fred Armisen wasn't your usual guest, so when he showed up for that one skit as part of the Venezuelan delegation, he was in for quite the unexpected welcome.
Banana man. That's close.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! We're going out, guys. Let's scent up.
With so many hilarious characters around, double-meaning jokes were basically inevitable, and Parks and Rec absolutely thrived on that kind of humor, with some lines going so over the top they had everyone cracking up like crazy.
I've got insert.
Haha, that's a good one.
Why is it called insert?
Oh, because it's been in someone.
Long before he was saving the galaxy, Pratt was already causing just as much chaos on the Parks and Rec set, going so wildly off script so often that even his castmates couldn't tell where the character ended and he actually began.
You know what my favorite part of this play is? Is then it penetrates this, they call this the egg.
Every time Louis appeared on the show, some graphic jokes were almost inevitable, and hearing them out of context, especially considering everything surrounding him, somehow makes it seem even more awkward.
I want 3 minutes with her, alone. 3 minutes. I think we'd all appreciate it.
We?
Andy might have had that cute connection with Aubrey on the show, but Pratt's true love was clearly his fart jokes, missing from the final cut, but ruling every blooper moment.
Oh, really?
Did you have a syrupy breakfast?
I tell you, every fart from like my 33rd birthday on has been oatmeal.
After Ron gets hit with some brutal tooth pain, he decides to handle it the only way he knows how, by taking matters into his own hands.
Do you need to go to the dentist, Ron?
I don't like dentists.
But instead of just fixing the problem, he ends up yanking out the entire denture, and the cast goes absolutely wild over it. Nick Kroll always had that childish humor, and after doing it for so long, it basically became part of him. And behind the scenes, it only got worse, with lines so ridiculously funny that no one could keep a straight face.
Guess I have a lot to consider.
Yeah.
If you want, I can pop this trunk and you can fart on it.
Nobody expected Aubrey to be the one bringing the house down, but a quick accent flip to a hilariously silly tone right in the middle of Aziz's startup presentation caught absolutely everyone completely off guard and delivered exactly that.
But the presentation is tomorrow at 8 a.m. We don't have time to start from scratch.
Well, if you do any of that, I'll never invest.
Leslie somehow managed to turn a simple butter-making process into a complete disaster, but it was Pratt's perfectly timed punchline right after that sent absolutely everyone over the edge.
Now, is that made from the milk from the goat's penis?
You want it to be?
No, I just noticed it tastes a lot different from when I was drinking it.
Some skits were as wild as it gets, and the makeout competition was definitely one of them. Ben and Leslie were trying way too hard to get into the whole intensely romantic setup, while Jennifer was clearly having the time of her life with her partner.
Jennifer!
He's actually in me.
Jennifer!
Nick, do you want some of mine?
Ben's bachelor party was already a lot, but leave it to Pratt to take a completely innocent ice cream cone and turn it into something so wildly inappropriate that no one on set stood a chance of keeping a straight face.
Come to Sherm's.
The road trip was supposed to highlight Leslie and Ben's romantic chemistry, but instead, Rob Lowe went completely off the rails behind the scenes and turned the whole vibe into total hilarious chaos. Adam Scott may be a little socially awkward, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he's one of the fan favorite characters ever. This next moment really proves it when he basically voiced everyone's thoughts during the intense flirting scene between Joan and Tom.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and powder my nose, if you know what I mean.
Dude, is she gonna powder her vagina?
This might just be one of the greatest bloopers of all time, not just in Parks and Rec, but across any TV show, and it all came down to Chris Pratt's hilarious improv, which sent absolutely everyone into full-on laughing chaos.
Everyone loves a good comeback story, right? Seabiscuit, the Mighty Ducks.
Kim Kardashian.
Kim, well,
In the video, she gets cum on her back, I think.
When it comes to the show's funniest bloopers, it's usually the cast completely losing it over random, improvised, inappropriate jokes flying out of nowhere.
Keep it tight. You know what I mean?
My butthole?
No, your body, dude.
Oh, your body.
Work out.
This whole couple's dialogue scene was basically chaos from start to finish, every ridiculous line pushing them closer to breaking, until Aubrey Plaza came in with a totally improvised line and absolutely derailed the entire thing.
What's the other thing you're always telling me?
Don't take it out until I scream.
Andy and Ron were total opposites on the show, Pratt always trying to stir chaos while Nick never broke character. But when the duo got together, they somehow created something even more beautiful. A perfectly synchronized fart that couldn't have been timed more perfectly.
I say we start with the 3 C's. Concert tickets, cashmere, and caboodles. Jesus Christ. We're ruining takes with that now. People at home can hear that.
Season 5 was really where Ben started closing the distance with Amy, but along with all that romance came a few well-earned smacks, and every time Amy broke character, it just made him an even bigger target for more.
I don't know, he just seems so cool.
What is wrong with you? You.
Sorry.
And I fell for the oldest trick in the book.
No, we're not doing it again.
Oh, we're not. I'm sorry.
Jim O'Hare was often the office's punching bag on screen because of his clumsiness and constant mishaps, but behind the scenes, it was a whole lot different, and Retta experienced it firsthand.
What are you doing here so early?
I come bearing gifts. You're really close to me, sorry.
If you hit your mark, I wouldn't be.
A sneeze isn't exactly what you'd expect to cause total on-set chaos, but on Parks and Rec, it somehow did. And it was so ridiculously funny that even the cameraman lost it and accidentally dropped his equipment right on Leslie.
This team has tons of heart and zero know-how. You're the only one.
There wasn't a single moment where Pratt wasn't having pure on-set fun, but during one episode, it looked like his life flashed before his eyes when Aubrey Plaza didn't leave the car in park, and it actually started sliding while he was still in it.
April!
We didn't put it in the car?
No, you forgot.
Sorry!
Leslie was already dead set on pushing through the flu like nothing was wrong, but Pratt had other plans, dropping a completely improvised line so out of nowhere that even the directors couldn't hold it together, calling it the funniest thing ever said on set.
Leslie, I typed your symptoms into the thing up here and it says you could have network connectivity problems.
Ron showing literally any emotion is already unbelievable on the show, so seeing him roll on the floor with those wild dance moves was the last thing anyone expected. But somehow it actually happened, and the cast clearly couldn't have enjoyed it more.
Rise in blues, let's go down. Rise in blues, show it.
I got it!
Nice!
In one hilarious outtake, Pratt came in way too hot with his good news energy, swung his suitcase a little too hard, killed the switchboard, and took every single light in the room down with it.
You shattered it. Not only did you hit the
Well,
light switch,
that's a
you
wrap.
shattered it.
But somehow that still wasn't his best moment. He later attempts an epic table jump that goes completely sideways, taking a monitor down with him on the way out. No matter the episode, there was always a sneaky little Easter egg in the form of pigeons just hiding in plain sight. We just never noticed until Nick and Amy broke character, and those pigeons made the whole moment even more hilarious.
Ah, Councilwoman. In honor of your never-ending quest to, have you seen the pigeons?
Camera crews are usually rock solid through all kinds of on-set chaos, but this one moment completely broke them. Ron Swanson accidentally let out a beep, and the contrast with his cold, serious vibe was so ridiculous that it sent everyone spiraling.
Oh no! She ran into the door jam.